Expect mostly cloudy skies on Wednesday with showers mainly south of Interstate 40. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see from the Ultimate Doppler Radar, presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. We have a dry scan, but there's no blue coloring, at least not locally. That means we're not, I repeat, not under a frost advisory tonight. But if you want to check out Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, they do oil changes, they do tire rotation, and of course you can get an awesome new set of tires at 5 convenient locations. Check them out. The radar showing more rain across Arkansas and back toward Oklahoma and southern sections of Kansas, but really nothing within striking distance here. That's not to say we couldn't get a spot shower before sunrise tomorrow. Most of the thunderstorms are either well to the south and east or off to the far west near the Rockies. Our high temperature today hit 66 degrees. As expected, I described today as a mix of clouds and sun, or a mix of clouds and sun and clouds, however you want to have it. I mean, we had some clouds and then we had lots of sun to finish out the day. 74 the normal high, 89 the record high from 1960. Now, we did hit a high of 67 today in Oak Ridge. It was 64 in La Follette and Newport. And if we do a little pixel query around the Morristown area, we had a high around 65. Our friends at the Morristown Morrell Airport is still down for repairs, so we'll just have to improvise and assume that they were in the mid-60s there today, and 66 today in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. High temperatures around the state hit 69 Nashville, 68 in Chattanooga. They were at 64 today in Johnson City. Now, lots of clouds earlier today. Then it just wiped out. Just all these clouds started moving out of here after about 4 o'clock. And then we had lots of sunshine. So it really was a tale of two stories all in the same day. Tomorrow, though, I'm expecting mostly cloudy skies. If I could be optimistic, I might say it's partly sunny for a little while. But some rain will be developing tomorrow, but mainly south of Interstate 40. And that chance of rain is about 40%. Showers and rumbles of thunder will increase on Thursday and Friday around 60%. But I think Thursday night might be the soggiest. Thursday night, going into Friday morning, might be the main event in terms of rainfall, and many of us may pick up a ½ inch to an inch of rain. We'll have to wait and see. There's been a lot of dispute from the modeling as to how much rain we're likely to see. But I do want to pass this on to you. This is from our friends at NOAA, and their supercomputers have been screaming that we're going to be in the colder than average pattern right through the 5th of May. And I would argue possibly beyond. No, you don't mean that. Yeah, we could still see some frost. And oh yes, I think we could see some snowflakes in the Smokies before the May is through. First week of May. Mark your calendar. First week of May, we could see some snowflakes, flurries, maybe a little more than flurries, in the Smokies. It's possible. I'm just throwing it out there. If I don't tell you that, all my privy members are like, why are you telling that? Because I told them weeks ago, months ago. I tell them on a daily basis. I said, this is going to come back, and it's going to feel like, oh, where did spring go? Because I remember we were at 80 degrees or higher during the course of this spring season, and now all of a sudden, that's a far cry, it's a far memory, a distant memory, because today we got to 66, and we've had 2 mornings now with frosty concerns. That's not the issue tonight, but I think frost may come back before the first week of May is through. So below normal, just targeted right here in East Tennessee. How do you like that? And you can see why, while we see a pullback, all those red arrows in Dallas and Oklahoma City do warm us up tonight into tomorrow. Overnight lows will be in the 40s. But then there's a rotation, like a rainy low round or a cool low round, that's all going to wrap around, say, Minneapolis, Winnipeg, and all comes down here, down from Canada. It's going to rotate back around, and you're going to be like, man, I thought we were done with this. Nope. Not quite done with this. Not just yet. I know May is almost here. Now, the storm energy, I want to talk about this. The storms, the nasty storms, because some of you may have family outside of the borders of Tennessee. Most of it's centered in red around Dallas, south of Oklahoma City through noon tomorrow. And all those areas in yellow would be weak storm energy. Think of it like rocket fuel. But those storms were really nasty in the Lone Star State and over toward parts of the Gulf of Mexico, where they come back onto shore in Louisiana, and there might be some issues. But eventually we'll get some rumbles of thunder. Remember I said Thursday night? I got a little bit of yellow there, Knoxville. It's all complements of the warm front. So that warm front will help initiate some thunderstorms as it slides on by, and then we get more rain after that. But Storm Prediction Center highlighting some real hot spots, at least for the rest of tonight. Some areas down across Dallas, Houston, some scattered severe storms. Nothing going on here, mind you, but there's some issues maybe even in parts of South Florida. There's even a risk for some tornadoes. 5% in brown, 2%, and green across parts of Texas. But not here. But what about tomorrow? Tomorrow it gets even more interesting in some of the same areas, and it lines up very well, I might add, with the storm energy. Now it puts it over Dallas for enhanced. That's numerous. Numerous severe storms likely to form around the Dallas-Fort Worth area tomorrow, and Houston might be isolated. But the yellow would be scattered. So there's a lot of interesting weather to be had down to the southwest, but by the time it gets here, it's weaker. And by the time we hit Thursday, there will still be some thunderstorm possibilities here, but the isolated threat for severe weather, the darker green, should be down across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the panhandle of Florida, not necessarily here for severe weather. Now, the Futurecast shows all this pretty quiet weather overnight tonight. I did mention there could be a spot of rain. You can see most of it's toward Asheville. And maybe back west of Nashville, but then it mainly forms south of Interstate 40, like so. There's not a whole lot there, maybe down toward Atlanta, if we see some showers, but most of it, if it dances anywhere, should be mainly south of us, south of I-40. Then we move into Thursday, different story. Warm front gets a little bit closer, gets a little more agitated, some thunderstorms may pop, and we start to see more rain fill in over time right through Friday as well. But then it'll get cooler at times as we head into the latter part of the weekend. So here's your Valley Planner overnight. Average low is 51, should be in the lower to mid 40s, taking all night to get there. Tonight we'll drop down to about 45, partly to mostly cloudy. Spots of rain still possible. Winds out of the northeast about 3 to 8 miles per hour. Low is about 40 for La Follette, Campbell County. 44 for Morristown, Hamlin County, about 42 for Crossville in Cumberland County. Tomorrow we're looking for a high of 67 now with the absence of much rain. I mean, we're just talking about spots of rain mainly south of Interstate 40. But the winds will be changing direction from the northeast in the morning, more to the southwest in the afternoon, 3 to 8 miles per hour. If we hit 68 in La Follette, that would not surprise me. If we hit 71 tomorrow, Middlesboro, that would not surprise me. But 62 is about all I expect for Athens, 64 for Crossville, 64 for Kingston come Wednesday afternoon. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. 69 on Thursday. Hey, we're back in the 70s. Woohoo! But that's the temporary false spring, right? We got the spotty storms on Saturday. Then it's getting colder. In fact, that got us all the way down to 42 Monday night, Tuesday morning of next week. Given the fact that the normal high starting, I believe, tomorrow is 75, it's 74 now, but we're in the mid-70s, and we're going to be about 10, 11, 12, 15 degrees below normal for a good part of the early part of May. So there's a lot still yet to unfold, so stay tuned. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. It's free at the App Store, Google Play. It also works beautifully on your iPad. All you have to do is search the two words, Captain Accurate. Of course, Pete Michaels Traffic, awesome. You get local traffic reports. Just touch the button on the app. It'll play the same thing you're going to hear on the radio. I love that. Check it out. It's free at the App Store, Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.